Welcome back, everybody. Captain Gino here. Mike, your two usual suspects. This is not your grandmother's boat build. I know there's a ton on the web. I've seen them. I've had these boats, and Mike and I have fished out of them many times in the past. They're super stable, super comfortable, super light. We're gonna keep it that way. Everybody makes it so complicated. You gotta have a million different tools. You gotta order this, order that. We're gonna get stuff from local hardware store. It's gonna last forever. We're gonna try and break it down, make it easy for you. We'll do a separate video on your wiring harnesses for your lighting, whether it's your bow and your stern lights, your deck lighting, marine electronics, fuse panels, etc. But we're gonna do it in a way that's everybody can do. We're gonna keep the boat light, keep it comfortable.
Sweet, simple, comfortable, functional,
Amazon,
desirable.
Local hardware store.
Easy.
Super easy stuff, guys. We wanted something light you could throw in the back of the truck. I've gone the route of the kayak. It kind of sucks sitting there like this all day long. You can't really rotate, and you're stuck facing one direction. So wanted something I could sit comfortable in, and then also have the ability to stand up, draft a small amount of water, but is stable. We're looking for simple, efficient build, guys. Like I said, we've watched a million of these builds out there, and they're incredible. They really are. There's some really good videos out there, but we're gonna keep it simple. We're not skilled tradesmen by any means. We're gonna use basic tools that most everybody has, and if you don't have the specific tool we're using, you can go grab your grandpappy's saw and do it the old school way, but you can get it done. So to break down different parts of the build, we got Mike building the deck. Mike, what are we building the deck out of?
You caught me off guard.
We're building the big black deck, or we're gonna go with the white deck. All right, everybody, I'm gonna be handling the wiring while Mike handles the decking.
I'm gonna be handling the deck, everybody.
He's good with the deck.
Ignore Captain Gino over here.
He's our decker.
I'm going to be overseeing the deck.
The rubber deck. Mike's going to be straddling the deck.
All right, everybody. So I'm going to be going over the deck. We're going to be making the deck out of PVC. You can make the deck out of tons of different things.
You want.
You can make the deck out of HDP. Should I start that over?
Yeah.
All right, everybody. I'm going to be handling the deck build. We're going to be making the deck out of PVC, and we're going to be putting some seafoam board on top. Seafoam board?
You guys.
Seafoam board?
Dude, you sound like you're in a fucking police interrogation. So we're going to get right to it. I'm going to be taking care of all the wiring. That's going to include wiring diagram, wiring for marine electronics. We're talking about graphs and such, which are going to be separate line, connected directly to the batteries. We're not going to go into why. Just trust me, it's important that it's set up that way. As in addition, we're going to build looms for the bow and stern lights, fuse panels, switches, and the deck lighting. Speaking of deck, our professional decker here, Mike, he's going to be handling all the deck needs.
Yes, I'm the professional decker. I'll be handling all the deck needs.
He's fantastic with decks.
We're going to be going to, yep. I gotta say all that.
And speaking of deck, Mike's going to be jumping right on that deck.
We were thinking about going with HDPE, but it's a little bit more expensive, even though it's going to be stronger and sturdier. It's a little bit pricier. The PVC is going to be super lightweight, and you can get it from your local hardware store, which is really nice, because that's what this is about. Getting things off of Amazon, getting things from your local hardware store.
We got some ideas on how to do some framing to kind of make it a little bit more rigid that everybody can do, whether it's with a hand saw, a circular saw, a jigsaw, a multi-tool, a Dremel. It's super easy stuff to work with, guys. It's super light, and you know everybody's local hardware stores got it. And the biggest part is it's light, so it'll take a little bit more work, but you're going to save money, save time. It's easy to work with. You don't have to have rivet guns. You don't got to do all this crazy stuff, and you're not going to have to end up putting this thing on a trailer, need a dolly to move the dang thing, right?
It's going to be super lightweight. We're going to make it structurally sound. And the only thing about the PVC is it's going to be a little bit softer than your HDP and other materials. So you're going to want to pre-drill everything so we can get so we're not breaking things, we're not ruining the PVC. We want to make it structurally sound. So instead of tearing into it, we're just going to do it the simplest way and the most efficient and effective way.
All right, y'all, welcome back to the redo of the wiring and reconfiguration of the decking. I know we left you off with that we were just jumping on Mike was going to jump on that deck. And I was
always on that deck.
I was going to hop on the wiring. We did. Mike also mentioned that we were going to talk about our shortcomings. Well, we got super excited to get the boat done. We finished the framing and connected the front deck. We didn't connect the back deck, and Mike ended up flying through the deck.
I wouldn't say all that. Let's just say the deck didn't have enough support in the back.
We made it too long. I did have some suggestions to make it shorter. Gino wanted to go longer. Sometimes shorter just does the job. So we've made it shorter. We've got the correct supportage. We've got aluminum down there. We've got some PVC, and we're totally supported now.
Yeah, we used one piece of aluminum. I know we said we were going to use in the video. However, I didn't have any more of the plastic or the PVC. If we were to redo this, I would say just HDPE plastic seems to be the best. We built we'll show you later, a polling platform out of the HDPE, way more solid, and it's the same price. It's literally the same price, but we got what they had at Lowe's available then. Lowe's could get the HDPE in a 24-hour period.
We weren't waiting.
Yeah.
We were going.
So we've filmed the wiring of this. We're rewiring it. This is the third time rewiring it after changing the decking around. I was unhappy with the wiring. There was just so much excess wire everywhere. I wanted to shorten it up. So we're gonna kind of go through that with y'all again real quick.
We had to go through some reconfiguration with the lights and stuff. We didn't have lights positioned the way we wanted to. It posed a problem while we were on the water. So we're kind of tweaking those things
No
as well.
switches. We were basically blind.
Correct.
We were blind.
Yep.
So
I was blind.
Mike was blind mostly. Also, in the meantime, we've lost the ram mount to the graph, so we're like relocating that. So if you see like this janky looking ball, it's only because the new correct size ball won't be. I ordered one, it came about this big. I ordered the correct size ball to be here tomorrow. But we want to wrap this video today. We've already had it on the water, super good.
Floats.
I would say we do own both. We have the Pelican and we have the Bass Raider. The Pelican has way more flotation up front. Let me see if I can show you guys this. The front of this boat, if you look, it looks cooler, but let me get this out of you guys' way. It's got that like crazy to where this is real thin all the way back to here. So like right there, and then our decking goes to here. So even though Mike's got like 2 or 3 pounds on me, or 50, the front like lays forward, and we even with the the battery in the back and everything. So, and also like I felt horrible for Mike watching him trying to like configure this decking because this isn't level. Nothing is flush. Like this is at a different height in the back.
It's not square going to and from. So I mean, it's literally getting narrow and then widens and then gets narrow again. So just cutting the deck was kind of a process. We had to make a bunch of cuts with the jigsaw. I recommend the jigsaw. That's the way to get it done because you can freestyle. So that was a bit of an issue, but we did finally get it together. And then we did get it on the water. And this thing floats, and we had some weight on here. Yeah, my 2 to 3 to 4, 50 pounds above you. But listen, we had some weight on here. We were in the water, and Gino failed to mention, we were on the water with, what, 25-mile-an-hour gust winds?
Oh, yeah, dude.
We didn't just go out on a calm, clear night. We were out there in a storm, and this thing floated, and we were fishing, and it was good.
Yeah, the wind was blowing straight at us. Now, we were running 2 30-pound thrust trolling motors. We've gone to a 44 for the back. I think that's going to be way better in that heavy current. Because we had like, tide was coming in, the wind was blowing the same direction or going out?
Tide was going out, I think.
Yeah, and the wind was blowing the same dang direction. So, like, we were moving at a pretty slow rate of speed. I've already taken this boat out and tested. If you guys, I'll leave the link to Tyler's video in the description here. But we were doing like 6.5, 7 miles an hour with the water snake, 44-pound thrust.
We were cooking.
So, yeah, it'll do a lot better. But yeah, Pelican, definitely easier to build than the Bass Raider, but the Bass Raider still looks dope nonetheless. So we're gonna wrap this sucker up real quick, kind of put the finishing touches. We're shortening up a couple wires. Y'all just stay with us. We're gonna get this thing knocked out and give you the final walkthrough so we can get this bad boy back on the water. The snook are biting, the reds are biting, the bass fishing's going insane right now. So we gotta get some videos made up for y'all.
We gotta get back on the water.
Yep.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. All right, y'all. So, yeah, main power switch. It's somewhere. It's going to mount to one of the legs behind the deck. Fuse panel here, right? Then we got a voltage meter here, so that way we have an idea of what's going on with the battery. You got an on-off for that, 12 volt, and then you got your USB. That's also going to be mounted to the back. We're going to screw rivet 3 switches because one, like Mike said, we had some problems with lighting. Like, being at the back of the boat and trying to see in the dark when you got that frickin', you got this light, the bow light on, and you got these blue LEDs, like that blows everything out.
And that light was bright. Yeah, you can see nothing.
So we're running these. These are waterproof marine switches. 3 gangs, switches, a rocker panel, and we're just gonna screw rivet those here. Boom, we've already drilled the area. So then we'll have, you know, power from the bow and stern light, and then power to the rear LEDs and power to the front LEDs. And then obviously common ground go into that. Coming from the fuse panel as well. So then we got these relays and then the fuses. So everything's kind of double protected. All right, so this is the marine switch. This is a 120 amp switch. That's gonna get mounted to the back deck. That way we kind of have everything in the back out of the way. Underneath the front deck we can use for our life vests. We got a small oar that kind of collapses. That'll get mounted right to the back of the trolling motor. And then throwable flotation will be underneath and hooked to that aluminum track right there. So that way if one of us go overboard, we can throw the rope out.
Yeah, we're not doing that for each other.
Yeah, nah. Swim and drown.
No, we are.
Swim and drown.
Safety is paramount. We're doing that. We won't laugh.
Yeah, we won't laugh. It's not funny. That's serious. Yeah, so main power from the battery directly to this switch. From this switch, it's going to the fuse panel. This fuse panel actually handles 400 amps, I believe. It's a crazy high number. Let me see
400 amps.
Yeah, it's a crazy amount.
That's
or
pretty
100
good.
amps maybe.
Yeah, maybe 100, I'd say.
Yeah, maybe 100.
400 seems super high.
Well, I got it for like the CB, so that way I could run heavy amps through it. But it's definitely carries a high amperage. Main power switch, boom, so we can cut everything off, and then fuse panel, and then from the panel, we're gonna run bow and stern lights separate, and then your front LED and back LED. Actually, now that I'm saying that out loud, I might do the. Now the bow and stern light should be together, right? You gotta have those on together no matter what. So we'll do bow and stern light together. So we need those on a common ground coming off the fuse panel. And then we're gonna use some posi locks to jump into that, and then that'll run to the front, and then the positive off the fuse panel to the front, and then that'll go to our bow lights, which we have LEDs stuck up front. But that'll be the configuration.
Those posi locks are expensive, so they're kind of a splurge, but they're the way to go.
They're 100% the way to go. I'm gonna show you guys up close and personal how these posi locks lock in. I've used them. If you know anything about electronics, like running C-Clear cables, that's all they use is posi locks. I've had my C-Clear on my electronics for several years now, and you can pull off. There's no oxidation, no buildup. I don't have any problem carrying the current that I'm carrying. We went way overboard on the thickness and diameter of the cables that we're using. Oh, also, I need to add our Lowrance that's gonna be at the front. That's gonna run off its own. It's running off a 10 gauge cable, which is like 2x the time, what they recommend. I think for the distance that we ran, 16 gauge is what they recommend, so we went way overboard on that. You don't wanna have any type of voltage drop on your electronics like that. Bad for the electronics, bad for your image, sucks all the way around. So the Lowrance is the only thing that's gonna be on a standalone deal there that's not hooked into anything else. If you were to run the Lowrance off your fuse panel, you run into all kinds of issues, and you're gonna have feedback on your image. You're not gonna have as clear. If you want an image that looks like the image on the box, run a standalone cable and run much thicker diameter and run a high, you want a high wire count inside that cable rather than like thick home wire. You want high, thin wire count inside. Brass if you can, or copper, all right? A lot of this, the cheaper stuff, you'll see it's gonna be like tinned aluminum or something like that, but it's not gonna be anywhere near as good. Essentially the same stuff you'd use for audio in your cars, which you'd want, but insulated wiring. So I'm going to run some posi lock to this bad boy, which I already have set up on my fuse panel. I'm gonna strip these, I'll get up close to the camera so you guys can see me. All right guys, I'm coming in the boat. This could be dangerous, guys. Well, only dangerous when Mike gets in here. We're good, if it's me. No comment. No
I've
comment
got
from
some.
the peanut gallery.
Just keeping them to myself.
Heavies like to be quiet. Comment down. I was gonna say something that'll get us canceled. I was. All right, guys. So for the posi locks, we're just gonna strip them down like so. So then you're gonna take. That's one half on there. This goes on. It's pretty self-explanatory, guys. You put it on one side, you screw it on. Done. Again, this is from the fuse panel to our marine switch, and then that's going to go to the battery. You guys are going to see how quick and easy the posi locks make life. And you got a good connection. That's not going to fail you. You can also solder, which is my preferred method, but for the sake of like doing this for everybody. And then the negative of the takeaway for the solder is like you can't change anything out without cutting. On the positive side, solder is super quick. But the runner up there is going to definitely be posi locks. Those stupid crimpers are not going to do you any good on the water, man. You're going to hate your life. Don't use them. Posi lock. Wire goes in here. Just take this screw off. So you got that guy right there. And that screw goes over top of your wire. Slide that on over here. Screw it on like so. Boom. And then if you got a pigtail, multiple wires off it, you can. But this is the lead from my fuse panel to the switch. All right, y'all, now I'm gonna make a jumper with a posi lock. This is a different style posi lock here. This posi lock's like your standard, so we're gonna have the wire here. I'm gonna put this on for you because we're gonna go from the ground from the fuse panel, but we need our positive to get jumped off of the switch. So on this type of posi lock, it's gonna have a little pin like that. Then you're gonna just slide that on the other side of the wire you wanna jump onto and go here, bang. And then this is the tip that they included, which I hydraulically pressed on for the switch. So I'll jump onto my cable here. I just cut a small little hole just so I can get this in. You put the bottom piece that's split, the split piece, not the needle piece, on your wire that you want. And then you screw it in, no tape needed. You're ready to rock and roll. You didn't get to put the last couple parts on, not a big deal. You've seen us wire everything up. We're gonna give you the final walkthrough now, guys. You missed the drum roll on the lights to even see if the lights worked. Clearly they worked.
Oh.
Mike, hit the switches for us. We're gonna do it one more time.
We're testing.
Mike's gonna hit the switches. Oh, there you go. Give me the bow lights and stern. First, switch one.
Oh no, it's not working.
No, switch.
Psych.
Don't play with me. So there you go. LED, bow, stern light, want to be visible, don't want to die. Next round. Boom, blue LEDs on. So, guys, you missed the section where we said we're going to use the battery as a test. We're not going to use this as a perimeter battery. We're going with a 100 amp hour lithium. You don't want to have that battery anxiety. All right, so final walk. Damn, you missed the sticker and everything. Mike looks so upset with me right now. This is why you run two cameras, guys. All right, so. That was like the final touch, man. We did this already, guys. All right, so we did throw this screw on here last second. You can fit a couple Plano 3700s. Organization is key on these tiny boats. It's absolutely super duper ridiculously annoying not to have it. We also have, oh shit, dude, we did such a good job doing the final walkthrough. It was like money, wasn't it, Mike?
Yeah.
Mike's so mad. He's mad, guys. All right, so.
No, we'll run it. Let's go.
We're running it back. All right. So the build is finally complete. This is like our third time putting this boat together. We've put it together, broken it, torn it apart, put it back together, dissatisfied. We really got the wiring nailed up right this time.
Yeah.
I think we did a
pinned
good
up super
job.
nice. We
Super
got it
clean.
super clean. It's out of the way. We got, show them these little wire mounts that we got here, just screwed in with quarter-inch
Super
stainless steel screws. Everything's just running down the side, out of the way. Like we said, super clean. Again, we're using posi locks. We recommend sealing all the posi locks because of corrosion. And when we took this apart the first and second time, there was corrosion in there on those unsealed ones. So make sure you guys are sealing your stuff. Take care of your electrical. You don't want to do it over and over again.
Scotty built anchor, no power poles, no problem. Make sure you mount it to the front. You can deploy it super easy. We use some what do we call this, Mike?
Some 550 cord.
We got some 550 on there. It's way better than the cord that
People
comes
call
with
it paracord.
Yeah, paracord 550. It allows you, we got 40 foot of rope on here, allows you to have a lot more and keep it a lot cleaner. So we just cut the original rope off.
That stuff ain't breaking.
And remember, guys, when you're anchoring 3x a distance, 30-pound thrust Minn Kota up front. We got the Lowrance Eagle, new Lowrance Eagle with the new Lowrance HD side scan. The deck, again, PVC and C-deck. We used the PVC trim as well. Mike screw riveted the push pole into the side here, these mounts. Super nice because you got a super low draft on this. Similar to that of a yak. I mean, you're a couple inches different, no big deal. We built a custom polling platform back here. This is going to be 1/2-inch HDPE, ordered on Amazon, 16 by 12. I think that was like, I want to say like a $40 piece, not cheap. And then this was like 25 bucks. This is just a chair mount, and I used screw rivets to put it on there. Yep. And then here at the back, we got some more rail system here. It's aluminum. That's for our pole holder. Our fuse panel, everything's back here. You can't really see it good because we're using this battery rather than what's gonna actually be in there. That just happens to be what's charged. We got our paddle here, and there's part of the screw that I broke off the other day. Remember I told you I broke the skinny one? There
you threw my knuckle, dude.
Oh my
That's how
God,
I
Mike
found
picked it right up with his hand. He's good at that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you meant by that one, but moving on.
44-pound thrust trolling motor in the back. The 30-pound thrust got it done when we were in that nasty, nasty weather, like 40-mile-an-hour winds. 25-mile-an-hour winds, and against the current, it did okay.
40, it's definitely 40.
Yeah, it's way better with that. Yeah, that's telescopic. The chair can slide to the front or to the back. It's nice having this on the back, so that way you can kind of sit off camber, so that way you can run the trolling motor a lot better. On here, guys, if you're wondering where oh yeah, 3700s, let's go here. So tackle storage, absolutely paramount on a small boat. This will allow you to fit like two 3700s. They actually already placed this section here. And these are kind of like rod tie downs you can buy at Walmart, West Marine, or Amazon. I just screwed one piece on there that allows us to have like two 3700s or one 3700, one 2400 fits fine, or probably three 2400s or 2700s, or whatever you happen to have laying around. And the transducer, if you guys are wondering, is on a Scotty built as well, same as the anchor system. And it just locks. Mike's got the camera, I'm gonna lock her in there, just kind of show you. We didn't feed it through because like we said in the beginning of the video, that bolt, there it goes, sits nicely. It's fully articulate, so you can level it out in any direction. It is paramount that you have a level transducer if you want a clear image on both sides, especially with the HD transducer. It runs at a little bit higher frequency, which gives you a cleaner image, but also shows your mistakes a lot better, which is why we ran, again, separate power. That big, thick power cable that's over there is just for the Lowrance alone. That is absolutely paramount. Rod holders, tons of space, dry storage underneath for throwable flotation devices, your life jackets. We run the rods on the other side, same side as the push pole. That allows you to have all the space in the world. Like, you got plenty of freeboard back here for the guy in the back, so he can kind of move around. The pulling platform to stand on, because the pulling platform is not attached to the boat, we can move it to the front. We can push pull off the front, push pull off the back. If the guy at the back wants a chair, like to be able to rest with the chair, boom, you slide the chair to the back. Chair can come all the way back here, no problem. Actually, this goes like this. And then you can take this, toss it on the front deck, do as you'd like. You can move it around. Like Mike stated earlier, before while we weren't recording, you can still get this in the back of your truck, guys. Like, if you want to slide this in the bed of a truck, you can get it back there.
Going over the deck again. Did we touch the deck again?
Touch the deck.
Okay.
Mike
We're touching the deck again. So again, with the deck, we went all PVC. We got the honeycomb design. I'm pretty sure it's in the video, but if it's not, we'll get a picture of that.
We definitely got
But
it.
you got the honeycomb design underneath, so this front deck is super strong, all PVC, all screwed down to the honeycomb supports. And then we got the back deck. Again, this back deck came about, I don't know, what would you say, an extra 6 inches out?
Yeah.
So it came about 6 inches out, cracked in the center because it was kind of resting on the battery that we had, so there was a little space there. So we went and reinforced it. We cut it a little bit shorter because the back of this deck was a lot more stable than the front part of it. The only thing that was added to this was the 1/16 inch HDPE, and then we got the aluminum rail here. So we can mount the switch and just give it a little bit of extra support. But again, it's mostly PVC and it's super strong.
Yeah, and then 1/16, yeah, 16th inch of HDPE. That's our switches there. Fuse panels in the back. We have some wires hanging in the back currently because we are rigged up to this battery. Everything's supposed to be tucked underneath here with the battery, but that was the only battery we had charged. We didn't have the 100 amp hour charge. We had originally gone with 200 amp hour, does not fit.
We're gonna secure everything proper as soon as we move this out of Gino's living room.
Yeah, it's going to live with Mike eventually.
Yeah,
Mike's got 2 houses now.
that's not true.
Well, it's basically another house, bro.
I live in Alaska.
I live in Alaska. I do not live in Florida. Listen, you don't want to go to his house anywhere. He's going to get your ass shot. He's a good shot, I promise, dude. You'll see the dead turkey eventually. You don't want to play with Mike. It's like a broke ankle. Ain't gonna work out, brother. Anyways.
Moving on.
Moving
Love
on.
you guys.
Don't die, suckers. Moving on.
Awkward.
Don't end up in the river. We're surviving Florida. And you guys
That's what
are
we do out here.
Yeah, that's what we do. All right, guys. Till next time, surviving Florida.
SF boys out.
Boom.